Well, I said this morning as well that we are 27 years old startup, which also means that that is how a journey of any evangelist organization is. Evangelism and advocacy is very fast changing business because your job is to talk about the trends, and trends are changing so fast that you always have to keep adapting to the new things. It's easier said than done, but that's the reality. If you want to be a thought leader, you'll always keep on thinking about the next step. It's not about a scale, and that's why evangelism organizations do not scale. They move up the value chain and they create new directions and facilitate new opportunities. So as today, when we talk about Make in India, of course Make in India is well-known terminology in India, quite misunderstood terminology outside India, because there is a difference between Make in India and Made in India. But this 10th anniversary, 25th of September 2014, the Government of India announced Make in India program, which also means within the first 3 months of Prime Minister Modi taking over as the Prime Minister, this program was announced, which indicates his commitment and his vision towards making in India, or making India as a destination for makers. Today we are starting a new chapter, which is the space and geospatial sector as far as the Make in India is concerned. This is the first event of its kind which focuses on Make in India for space and geospatial industry. The context is the fact that geospatial industry, which includes Earth observation and global navigation satellite systems, which are the two important pillars of the space infrastructure, is about $550 billion market today, globally. And when there is a market which is $550 billion, and it's something which is technology market, that also means its socio-economic impact and its relevance to the digital economy and the digital age is not only very fundamental, but actually a prerequisite. When we talk of digital age, you'll not find a single activity which is not being touched by the space infrastructure or geospatial analytics. With this backdrop, I would like to thank you all for joining us this afternoon, and I look forward to have a very engaging session. We have put together a great session today, and I'm so glad to share that we have core plethora of the ecosystem here, be it the space companies, geospatial companies, solution companies, IT companies, public policy makers, or user departments, or foreign missions, and some of the international organizations as well, international development organizations as well. So you have a lot to interact with and share with each other. And with this, I would like to conclude my opening remarks. Let me invite Dr. Ranjit Mehta, CEO and Secretary General, 𝗙SD Chamber of Commerce, to address.
We are extremely delighted to join hand with the Geospatial World Chamber of Commerce and Industry from 𝗙SD-𝗙CI. 𝗙SD-𝗙CI is 119 years old organization. We reach out to more than 150,000 companies, which are members directly and indirectly. And we feel that this is the time where Mr. Sanjay Kumar has already explained how the world had changed, especially after COVID, and the kind of geopolitical situation that we have around the world. These kind of technologies are extremely critical, and they have a great future, especially when India wants to become a developed country by 2047. And we are growing, we are the fastest growing economy in the world. We have the third largest startup ecosystem in the world. When Startup India was launched in 2016, we had just 400 registered startups in our country. But today, as we are talking, we are having more than 150,000 startups in our country. That is the kind of ecosystem that we have. And more than 115 unicorns. And most of these unicorns, they were created only after COVID. So this is something exceptional, where our young people, how they are contributing to this new age businesses. So to create this space and geospatial industry ecosystem in our country, I feel that first of all, the regulatory framework has to be very smooth, very supportive, and which is there already in our country. That is how so many young people, they are creating these startups. Secondly, I believe that there should be a lot of industry academia interface, which needs to be more engaging. And thirdly, we already have ecosystem, very vibrant startup ecosystem. I think all this makes this geospatial and space industry ecosystem in our country very productive. And 𝗵𝗲𝗄𝗎, we are working in more than 60 verticals of Indian economy. So we have like agri, infrastructure, urban planning, logistics, and various other sectors where I think these technologies are needed. We have members from these sectors. So we are excited about it. We are going to give full support to this special initiative that Geospatial World has taken. And our members are very keen to know about it, and I'll request Mr. Sanjay Kumar that sometimes after this, we will have such kind of interactions with our members also. They'll be very keen to learn about it. I think that I see a lot of opportunities in this sector, and the audience which is here from various fields, I can see some men in uniform and other executives. I think that this discussion will be very useful, very productive, and definitely we will come out with some feedback, recommendations, and 𝗵𝗲𝗄𝗎 will be really looking forward to this deliberations, and I wish the program all success. And once again, I thank you very much for inviting 𝗵𝗲𝗄𝗎 to be part of this very significant initiative. Thank you very much.
What we have been trying to do for many decades from space activity itself, if you look at how to generate information from space which could be used for the development within the country, and then for a long time this effort of making use of space technology for the benefit of the country has been the driver for Indian Space Research Organization and Department of Space. And then what we also realize is that the demand of the activity is so large that one entity cannot perform this, and that's how the government has tried to make a significant change in the way space activity is happening in the country. And now we are seeing already the benefits of the changes that are being made. The country is looking at in space, providing the necessary support and fillip required for the private enterprise and the other entities in the country to participate. And in the very recently also, you have seen that the InSpace is promoting formulation of a constellation of satellites being operated by a private entity, and the work is now moving. Already it has gone through in the interest exploration, and then the RFP stage it is reaching. Very soon you will have Indian entities who will be running satellite constellations for generating data and providing it to that. And we are also seeing a large number of other entities which are making use of data sources not only from India but also from other sources. And today what we are really looking at is building the ecosystem for the geospatial industry in the country to provide solutions to the various developmental activities. So advancing space and geospatial industry ecosystem, if you see, there are three parts in this. One is the space segment itself, and while earlier it was only the nation states which were doing the space segment activity, very soon it realized that there is so much more which apart from the nation states can do, simply because there is money in the process, and space economy is $1 trillion economy, and private entities have started making huge impact. Today we are seeing the private entities not only just operating the satellite but also providing even what was earlier thought of as only, you can say, societal or even the weather monitoring, societal good activities, which was actually based on the international cooperation. Today private entities are entering into that and establishing a space segment, a ground segment and a service segment. And in all these three areas, India is moving ahead, and the government is trying to promote all this happening. And today there is a lot of discussion which is going on for providing satellite as a service, ground system as a service, and in fact satellite as a service, the way it is being looked at is a person who has a specific data collection requirement, a payload development, he doesn't have to worry about rest of the issues. He only hosts his payload on a satellite, and all the rest of the activity will be done by service providers. So India is really moving quickly towards that. We are seeing, in fact, just the other day I was also in Hyderabad, where a company is trying to build its own high resolution imaging system, not only building the imaging system but also the composite structures which is required for launch vehicle, and also in a way providing the huge tanks which can support at 700 bar, many of these things. So India is really moving ahead. So what is required is forums like this where we can bring people together and showcase to each other what we are doing, so that something more can happen beyond what is already in place. So I definitely compliment Geospatial World as well as 𝗙𝗵𝗵 for being co-organizers of this, and making sure that the dialogue of what is required to be done and how we need to move ahead is a continuous process, and not only will we benefit from that, but also the nation will benefit, simply because one of the things we realize is, and in fact I was mentioning this earlier also, when we talk of India reaching 2047 as a Vikasit Bharat, one of the key things that is there is the demographic dividend that is available to us today is only for a period of 12 to 13 years. If we do not do sufficient things within this period, we do not build the growth profile of the country to such an extent that what happens beyond this period actually gets pulled down by what has been seen in the rest of the world. So we need to work with each other as much as possible and make sure that our growth trajectory helps us not only enable the country for taking advantage of all the technological growth that is there and provide solutions. So once again I compliment the team for making it happen, and will be more than actually happy to do my contribution in whatever way it is possible. Thank you very much.
Left just now, Admiral Sopti, DCNS, General God, DGCD, General Chandel. Ladies and gentlemen, It's indeed a privilege for me to be addressing this August gathering on the topic of Make in India for space and geospatial sectors. And I must compliment the organizing team of Geospatial World Chamber of Commerce, 𝗵𝗲𝗄𝗎, and Geospatial World for taking this initiative. They have been indeed doing a human service by the kind of awareness that they are bringing on this subject amongst all the stakeholders. In today's topic, I would like to briefly cover on the role of space and geospatial technologies in strengthening the nation. Can I request someone to, Vijay, can you change? Examining the critical technologies which are driving the innovation, understanding the economic impact of these technologies. What are the key policies? Overview of the government's policies shaping the sector. How the sector is promoting new industries. What are the potential, exploring how they will enhance towards defense capabilities and our understanding of what needs to be done. As we see, space and geospatial technologies are playing a pivotal role, next please, in modern nation building by providing the essential tools and technologies for decision making across sectors. These technologies are being used in various areas such as land administration, management, ensuring accurate land records. Look at it, we are almost touching all aspects of human life. You take it and somewhere or the other, the technology is touching us. These applications are directly linked to sectors like environmental protection, agriculture, urban planning, statistics, demographics. And each sector is benefiting from the precision and the insights that are provided by these technologies, enabling smarter, data-driven decisions that is strengthening national growth, sustainability, and resilience. If you look at it, the technologies can be divided into several core categories and subcategories that address a wide range of applications and provide significant values across industries. The GNSS and positioning technologies, the geographical information systems, spatial analytics, earth observation, 3D scanning. The increased accuracy, compactness, and the lightweight designs and the multi-sensor systems are driving improved performance in the GNSS and the positioning technologies. In the area of GIS, spatial analytics, use of high-definition maps, reality modeling for quicker decision-making, and integrated platforms is offering a seamless experience from cloud to the mobile. Earth observation is supported by the development of nano and small satellites, along with high-resolution imaging and videography, contributing to increased data granularity. The 3D scanning is improving the effectiveness of documentation processes, particularly those seen in the multi-sensor, vehicle-borne laser mapping systems. Together with the technology drivers of big data, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, and automation, when we are combining these technology drivers with the geospatial technologies, it is leading to a further enhancement of the overall capabilities that are available. And when we integrate all of this into the business processes, the impact that is seen across various sectors becomes very, very significant. Today, industries are leveraging the geospatial tools in building information management systems, distribution management systems, supply chains, C4ISR, network management, etc. And the environment impact assessments, analytics, asset facility management, you touch any area, geospatial technologies is contributing towards it. The use of these technologies is contributing significantly to the global economy, and the impact value estimated is roughly around $623 billion in the area of transportation, about $600 in the more than $600 in the area of defense, and so on. Looking at the profound impact on the global economy, driving growth, efficiency, and cost savings. In the United Kingdom, the geospatial technologies information have contributed towards $498 million to the GDP through various public services, more than $800 million with the enhanced data access. Canada has reported a contribution of $21 billion to its GDP as a result of the use of geospatial services. $1.4 billion to cost savings for industries like agriculture and constructions with the use of geospatial technologies is reported by US, and so on and so forth. So if you look at it, the economic impact of interfacing these technologies across various sectors is huge. India's space and geospatial sectors are being propelled by multiple government interventions in the form of various policies. The Make in India initiative launched in 2014, and I am happy to note that we are celebrating 10 years of its launch, aimed at promoting domestic manufacturing. The Digital Land Records Modernization Program, launched in 2016 using geospatial technologies to modernize the land reforms. The PLI scheme, launched in 2020 to incentivize local manufacturing. PM Gati Shakti, launched in 2021, which uses geospatial technology for infrastructure planning. And the National Geospatial Policy, launched in 2022, followed by the Indian Space Policy 2023, which provide the framework for the development of space and geospatial technologies. Geospatial policy was a landmark initiative aimed at enhancing India's geospatial infrastructure, focuses on creating over 1,000 reference stations for real-time positioning services, which will support mapping, navigation, disaster management, promotes capacity building through academic institutions and government programs. A key component of the policy is the consolidation of platforms such as Bhuvan, Bhukosh, and Bharat Maps into a unified system, making data more accessible and useful for the different sectors. The policy aims to democratize geospatial data, allowing for its commercialization and wider economic end benefits. It also envisions a digital twin vision for 2035, creating highly accurate geospatial data covering all kinds of terrains to improve the planning and real-time analysis. The National Space Policy, launched in 2023, aligns with India's long-term vision to become a global leader in space exploration by 2047, encourages private sector participation, allows 100% FDI in satellite manufacturing and launch services. The objective is to expand indigenous satellite manufacturing capabilities, reduce reliance on foreign suppliers, and Dr. Kiran Kumar just mentioned as to how this policy is leading to even small sector startups planning to launch constellation of satellites using composites, 3D printing technologies, etc. Next please. Both these sectors have seen significant growth. supported by the evolution of both established industries and startups. Companies like MapMyIndia, 𝗙rie, RMSI, etc. have played a major role in advancing geospatial technologies, and newer players like Pixel, 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗃, Skyroot Aerospace, Bellatrix are making giant strides, and this is by no means, it's just an indicative list, in building the technologies and systems. These companies, along with others like Blue Sky Analytics, Vesta Space Technology, and Astrome, are driving innovation, ensuring that India becomes a key player in the global space and economy. We have been growing through various phases. The concept of International Space Station collaborations among key spacefaring nations, which is leading to Space 4 or the fourth paradigm, new space. This is characterized by a shift in motivations and a broader involvement of private companies, academia, citizens, emphasizing on the commercial use of technology, innovation, and global interaction with a more inclusive approach to space exploration. Global space industries are driven by public-private partnerships and aim to reach a $1 trillion market by 2040. India is taking multiple initiatives to promote the collaborations, increase fundings, and streamlining regulations to foster innovation and competitiveness. Space and geospatial technologies are revolutionizing the defense systems, enabling real-time intelligence, strategic planning, surveillance capabilities, creating valuable opportunities for industries and startups to innovate and contribute to the national security efforts. In the defense sector, space-based technologies are playing a very, very critical role by providing inputs for strategic early warning missile defense systems. The satellite-based early warning systems can detect missile launches within seconds, have incredibly high precision, and with a false alarm rate of less than 0.01%. The missile defense systems, when equipped with these space-based sensors, can offer a tracking accuracy within 1 meter, ensuring more than 90% interception success rate. These capabilities, along with the hypersonic and ballistic tracking space sensor satellites and the space-based infrared systems, will play a critical role in hypersonic target detection and further actions thereon. We have all seen some of the usages of this in the current wars in the Middle East, where the Iron Dome missile system has made significant use of the geospatial technologies in intercepting the short-range rockets and the artillery systems. The global communication and navigation systems are essential for both civilian and military operations. The high-throughput satellite communication systems technologies, providing a bandwidth up to 10 gigabits per second per satellite, with a latency as low as 30 milliseconds. Highly reliable with an uptime of more than 99%. And the free space optical communication technology will further enhance data transmission, offering data rates up to 100 gigabits per second with high accuracy and security. Additionally, GPS-dependent systems will provide positioning accuracy within 1 meter and timing accuracies of less than 10 nanoseconds. The use and misuse of both the global positioning system has been observed and reported significantly in both the wars that the world is currently going through. Next. The space-based intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance systems, provide real-time intelligence with a global coverage. On the view file is a picture from a media that came just a couple of days ago, talking about a Chinese submarine that has been detected. And it talks about a detection sometime in July, but reported sometime in the last week. These systems covering SIGINT, ELINT data with very, very high resolution and low data latency times, high resolution EO imaging with a spatial resolution of 10 centimeter, enabling data capture across visible to spectral range, foliage penetration, synthetic aperture radars, enabling penetration up to 10 centimeters, space situational awareness, using multiple technologies, a bouquet of sensors which will enable information to the decision makers in real time. Next one. In addition to that, if we look at the area of electronic warfare, space-based electronic information and electronic warfare, enabling the jamming of enemy communication radar systems over large distances, jamming ranges reaching up to geo orbits, and systems operating across a wide frequency range, right from 1 megahertz to 40 gigahertz, with huge powers, enabling comprehensive disruption capabilities. Cyber defense systems, enhancing global monitoring capabilities, enabling immediate response time is another key towards identifying and neutralizing cyber threats. Targeting and precision strike systems, enabling accuracies with a CEP of less than equal to 1 meter, and rapid action due to very, very low data latency times is what is giving our precision guided munitions the necessary inputs for being effective, thereby enhancing their versatility in the combat scenarios. The satellite imagery analysis is playing a key role in threat detection and further action. GIS mapping, providing highly accurate geographic data with an accuracy of less than 1 meter, allows system updates in real time, making it indispensable in the battlefield management scenario. The GeoInt platforms, integrating imagery, SIGINT, UMINT data to provide real-time intelligence, ensuring decision makers have up-to-date information in real time. The tactical geospatial systems designed for portability, available in handheld devices, are providing real-time mapping accuracy of less than 1 meter in the hands of the soldiers. And these systems, when connected through encrypted links, make them the ideal solution for field operations. Battle management systems, providing wide-reaching coordination capabilities by integrating the real-time movement data across multi-echelons, enabling seamless coordination across different operational levels. The military IoT integration is enabling connections of up to 1 million devices per satellite, and that is where it will make a significant difference. The gimbal mounted tracking technology, offering tracking capabilities up to geo distances with accuracies of less than 1 meter, is becoming indispensable for long-range surveillance and target tracking. As we see world over, both space and geospatial technologies are being used widely in civilian and military domains, and the applications are likely to grow exponentially. However, in India, we still need to address certain challenges like the infrastructure gaps, data availability, capacity building, policy reforms. What needs to be done? We need to have a comprehensive national geospatial policy which should cover multiple sectors and give a direction to all. We need to invest in the infrastructure and real-time data systems. Public-private partnership is something that both the earlier speakers have talked about. We need to build capacity building and skill development. There is a serious shortage of skilled professionals in geospatial sciences. We need to strengthen the education and training programs in these areas and take it further. We need to have improved data sharing and interoperability and promote the use of localized geospatial solutions. The legal frameworks for data privacy and security needs to be made much more clearer, at the same time ensuring that the data privacy laws that govern the use are taken care of. The geospatial technology today is being used mostly in urban centers, with rural areas receiving limited spatial focus. This is something that needs to be looked at. We also need to see how we can leverage the AI and machine learning for geospatial analytics to actually derive the advantage out of it. Increased awareness and outreach amongst all stakeholders, particularly amongst the local governments, rural areas, smaller businesses, about using the benefits of the geospatial technology. We need to leapfrog to unlock the full potential of space and geospatial technologies, and the key is in fostering public-private collaborations. A critical step could be to establish a centralized AI-ready geospatial platform which can integrate data from all sensors, including satellites, UAVs, IoT systems, for real-time analysis. Another initiative could be in the implementation of blockchain and edge computing for secure, real-time geospatial processing, and particularly in the critical applications. Creating geospatial digital twins of urban centers will enable real-time monitoring and efficient planning and decision-making. Both geospatial and space sectors offer huge opportunities to the Indian technology industry ecosystem, in addition to the agencies which make use of these. The opportunities both within the country and abroad are knocking, and it is up to us to realize the full potential and make things happen. All of the people present here have a role to play, be it the policymakers, the startups, technology developers, or the large industries. I am sure we all will put in our best efforts together towards unleashing the dormant potential, towards safeguarding the nation and creating economic wealth. Thank you. Jai Hind.
For a sustainable future in India, the need for space technology, geospatial technology, and drone technology to be integrated along with IoT is a must. And that's where the schemes of PLI, Make in India, Made in India, they all come to fore, so that we can actually make a sustainable business, not just rely on our software or technology exports. And actually, as we just heard today, there is enough and more opportunities and possibilities in this sector, both in terms of Indian revenue generation from latent Indian demand, the support from government in the current budgets on land record modernization, on space sector, again gives a big boost along with the policy initiatives. I, Saurabh Rai from 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗁, keenly look at the sector becoming a mega billion-dollar industry in India alone, in addition to the services exports and software exports. Thank you.